We are live, yay! Oh, hello from somebody's hopefully a little cooler than we are down here. Um,
Rain, rain,
Anybody who's familiar with Aqua Teen Hunger Force, um,
surf, surf.
the episode with the mummy's curse, and he wanted lobster from Maine.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there happen to be any connection issues, which seem to come up every so often, it may actually be because the extreme heat will slow down internet access.
Yes,
It's
it does. It messes up those of us that are gamers.
weird. Yeah. You could do your dailies on Gundam at all the other day, could you?
No, I'm like 6 coins behind.
Well, hey, just think of it this way: at least you haven't spent real money on the game.
That's true. But then again, we live in a world where people spend real money for fake money all the time. It's
Yeah.
called crypto.
Yeah, look. If it weren't for the fact that Hasbro would probably want royalties, I would have started Cobra currency by now.
Well, as long as we don't advertise it with Cobra. Yeah.
But it's no fun. I want something with the Cobra sigil on it.
We can adapt our own.
Anyway, by the way, I'm going to use that as a segue because I just put for all my Patreon peeps. It's not a Kemetic video. It's actually some animation from my other video channel. But I before I put it anywhere else, I put it so that anyone on Patreon that's one of our peeps can see it. So
Yes, it's funny, dirty, naughty, not appropriate for the kids. Go get them.
Yes, it's in it's NSFW. Yeah, yes, NSFW. Not safe for work.
I know what it means.
Well, sometimes seeing it in front of you and then hearing
LOL.
it. Yeah. Anyway, so it's been one of those kind of weeks. And Mary Ross says it's cold here in June. I will never complain about southern weather again.
Cold
Yeah.
where?
In Maine, 65. Which is it.
I love you with ire right now.
Oh, and Mary Ross loves the desert and wants to live in one, Nevada, maybe. Well, I have to say, for many, many years, and you can ask anybody who's known me long enough, I wanted to move out to California. But every time I see something in the news about what's going on with the Colorado River and stuff like that,
Four-letter words that begin with F. What is fire for 1,000, Alex?
well, I was just going to say it's kind of like watching your dreams twisting and the flames, So, yeah, I guess this is a way of saying, I need to stay where I'm at for a minute. The gods work in mysterious ways. So, on that note, I hope everyone else is either chilling with Mardi Gras or beating the heat as best they can, and it's going to be like that for a while. So I actually have our candle for Mahes because it is hurricane season, and we might still have issues with that later on in the summer. So we want to ask him to give us a hand, and I guess if we have to take heat over storms, I don't know, tough choice, but we'll get the solar cooker, I guess, get it tweaked. And that's the other thing, the bread that we're offering, I had to finish it, and those of you that follow me on Facebook, Lester, you okay?
I don't know.
Yeah. So here we go. I ended up having to finish it in the oven, but I started it outside in a solar oven, and so I made some bread. It's like cranberry and almond with some rose water, and I'm gonna keep trying. What happened? It probably would have cooked. It's just that the little solar cooker I made, the wind blew it over, and so the dough started to spill out. So I had to salvage it, but it was hot, and so I'm handling hot dough. So yeah, I haven't even lit any incense yet.
No, because I'm not allergic to incense, but something's driving me.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I think maybe the Saharan dust cloud is still bothering us. Oh, what? You're being funny, right?
I mean, present company included. I mean, I appreciate the ambiance, but y'all.
Yeah, Sahara and dust as we sit here in front of an Egyptian shrine. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about missing last service. It's okay. You know, you do what you can, and that's why we can go back and play them later.
I couldn't bear it without you.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kit Fox says bless you.
Thank you.
Rose buns. That sounds neat. Sounds like an interesting recipe. You might have to share that with us. So I guess you're going to miss out on the cool waters this time.
That's because I have to go take care of myself.
Yeah, I guess we need to keep tissue or something in here for you. But or you know what? Hold on just a second, guys. Let me make sure that let me get the paper towels.
I don't want to blow my horn in here.
Ow. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So all right. Well, Darren's going to observe. Actually, that would be good manners if you're in China or Japan. You know, they don't like you blowing your nose in public. So he's just going to go and do that.
I'd never go in public then.
Something like that. Anyway, we will figure this out. But I don't want to keep this train from rolling. So let's go ahead and get things going. And the Feast of Seth, this is something that I believe it was something that was observed in the oases, like the Dakhla Oasis, where there was a temple to him. And it was something that was, or a temple that he was one of the deities honored in it. And we have record of this from Greco-Roman times. So it's not necessarily correct to say that his worship disappeared, and later in Egyptian history. It hung on for longer than one might think. And there was a feast on June 16th, by the way we adjust the calendar. So, he's our deity of the hour. And the joke that I thought of yesterday was, how hot is it out? It's so hot that Seth's testicles will return to him already sweaty. So, that's how hot it is outside. Yeah, you thought about that for a second, huh? It's like, wait a minute. So.
Even Seth would be like, that's just bad lore.
Well, hey, we haven't gotten started yet, so that was our one joke. Maybe he would give us a rim shot.
You would definitely appreciate the cool waters.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, neat. Cup of water, dry beans. Have to overcome. Well, yeah, definitely. We can do it, right? Yeah, those. But who outside of a Kemetic circle would get that joke? So. And also, I do apologize for the sound quality. If you hear what sounds like rushing wind or something, that's because I have the fan going full bore. because as hot as it's been, I dare not turn it off because we will all like melt into puddles if I do that. So we will save some cool waters for Darren. These cool waters are upon our hands, and they purify us as Tefnut purifies us. Hail unto you and unto you. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, purity is upon our hearts, and we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. And do I hear someone coming back? Maybe so. Okay. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The eye of Horus comes to all of those who are watching, both now in the moment and later on. Will be with us in spirit. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we welcome you, Omahas, Scarlet Lord. Like Seth is a Lord of Storms and defends Ra from all enemies. You arise in the Kepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at on your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Sutek, one chosen of Ra, and Mahes, son of mighty Sekhmet. O you lords of love and lords of life, grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at, cast out as Fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. These waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yonetchadu. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Sutek, O Maches. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure is Set within his house. Mahes within his house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Ra Horaketi, for Set, for Mahes, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Set. Come to your bodies, O Yonetchadu, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings. Partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Sutek, before Mahes. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Ora Horaketi and your son, the Osu Nisu Nebkeparura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. table of gods, to the table of our blessed dead. Light this candle for them, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way into light. And we pour them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. And I feel like asking you guys to harass Christine for us. Ta henket kakao abdu senachurhat kutnabet nofret wabet ankhet nachurim and kalin akupunibu makaranibu kiranachra. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which God lives, for the cause of all of these akhu, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. An offering of Ma'at, Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are, and an offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Ennead says unto you, your word is law eternally. This pet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. You feeling a little better?
I hope so.
Should we catch him up with the cool waters?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty.
I didn't mean to miss a step, but I'm not going to skip a step.
Alright. Well, these cool waters are upon your hands, and they purify you. Stephanie purifies you. Purity is upon your hands, your purity is within your heart. So, hey, you cast out all evil ever tasty you. Flicking my face.
I am wearing
You need to tell him.
pure of the cool waters.
Yes.
And it feels pretty good.
Yeah, I figured it would. As hot as it is.
I was sharing my blessing with you.
Dude, in my face.
Of course. We're a couple, it's okay.
Yeah, I told him the joke that I told you late last night.
Yes.
And look, he dared me. He's like, if you ever meet Dr. Hawass, you have to tell him that. I'm like, no.
Yes.
He's going to think I'm weird.
Then I'll do it. He'll just think I'm crippled and it's okay. And if you want, I'll just go right after.
No, dear.
I wanna pull a vote here.
you want to pull?
Yes or no?
Oh, that's cute. Sarcastic finally was able to set up a little ancestor shrine and took a plushie of Anubis that they used to have as a statue and put that with their ancestors. Yeah, it's saying my connection is unstable. So if we cut in and out, that's what it is. But yeah, Darren finally came back in and so I'm giving him cool waters and he flicks them and happens to catch me right in the face. So I said, okay, I've got the vase. I will pour the rest of it on your head.
Yes.
So,
And she did.
yeah. So, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just scrolling back. Oh, Sarah, please pray for my boyfriend and I. We have COVID, and it's hitting her pretty bad. Definitely need cold waters tonight.
I hope that you are vaccinated and or boosted, both,
Yeah,
because it helps. Trust me.
yeah. And yeah, and I'm thinking now they're talking about the new pox virus. I guess they don't want to call it monkeypox. And I guess I was thinking, well, you have chicken pox, you have cow pox.
Right. I'm thinking, don't change the name of monkeypox. All the farm animals are eventually going to be included.
Or can we just call it critter pox? Well, I guess you can't call it critter pox because it's transferred to people. But anyway, it's the new thing now, and so they're trying to tell people to be careful.
Mammal pox.
Yeah, and see, now you got me thinking of the Bloodhound Gang. But and thinking about mammals, and that's totally ruining my train of thought. But I was trying to make a public service announcement and basically say, be safe because
in that whole be
stuff
safe
goes
thing,
around.
I also must add,
Oh, and she's vaccinated and boosted, so
then you will live, you will do fine, you will just be sick for about a week.
yeah, you'll be much better off than you would have been.
Yes.
But,
in short, people that are vaccinated and boosted live. People that aren't really don't.
Or they end up having a lot longer
Recovery.
and stuff. Yeah.
And incidentally, on the note of COVID,
Hmm.
COVID is back on the uptick. And the way I know this is because they're not really talking about it as much in the news right now,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of federal agencies are not taking in-person visitors, such as Social Security.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning
Our
that
local
today.
office here in Shreveport stopped taking in-person appointments until further notice.
Huh.
And the last
Okay.
time until further notice took place,
Mhm.
it was 2 years.
Well, I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on that. See, that the thing is, the weather app that I use also includes, what are like the latest cases and stuff, and there hadn't been any new ones lately, but I guess we have to extend our prayers that it doesn't get bad again. So yes, and congrats on the 4,000 subscriptions. Yes, that is definitely awesome. Okay. I'm setting up an Aku shrine because I got some pics of my Victorian era ancestors. Neat. Seth Thomas Clark.
For 5,000 subscriptions, I will say yay in my native language. Tune in.
Oh dear, there's going to be a terrible joke involved with that. But well, let us read for Seth. And if there's anyone who's got a request for another deity we want to include, prayers of thanks, prayers of, for, I guess a prayer for safe travel for us because we are going to visit your cousin down in Houston.
Not only safe, joyous.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to meet my second cousins for the first time.
Oh, yeah, because your first cousin's kids.
Yeah, and I cannot wait.
And I hope we can corrupt them.
This is me. It's It's inevitable.
Yeah. Well,
The element of the road keeps you safe.
yes. Well, what's funny is I have a little printout of Whipple that I have one in both of my vehicles, and I have a little itty bitty. Like you notice, I have this tiny little figurine of Seth. I have one the same size of Amun that stays with Megatron, and so that's my Amun of the road. And if I ever get another one, I'll get it for Huffer. But yeah, that's another funny thing about Egyptian pagans is we tend to have particular motifs on our vehicles. Although in our case, it's kind of an interesting blend of Transformers and Egyptian things. So, well, you're thinking something here. Just that look suggested a thought. Okay. Hail, O Sutek, son of Nut, great of strength in the bark of millions, chosen one of Ra Horaketi, bull who dwells in the northern sky, fearsome one at whom all lands tremble. Great is your war cry, great is your might. Your wasp scepter stretches over the sky. You stand at the zenith of the stars. Lord of storms, Lord of dread, your voice is thunder in the heavens. You slay the fiend from the prow of Ra's bark. Protect us from evil and grant us long life. And Mahes's prayers. Actually, you know what? I have another candle here, so I removed that one. I'll use this one. Hail and praise unto you, O raging lion, scarlet lord, flashing and thundering God, Lord of darkness and winds, one who acts swiftly, great God who listens, most glorious Mahes. O son of mighty Sekhmet, protect us from every evil. Lord of slaughter, protect those who are innocent. Hear our prayers, and defend us as you defend Ra from his wicked foes. Oh, a feast of meat. Okay, sure. Somebody's gonna ask this. Say a prayer for Min. And actually, I do have Min is kind of in the back, but he is here. So let's see.
Standing at attention.
Oh.
They all know he's there.
Ah, yes, a feast of Min at Achmim. So yeah. He's standing at attention. Adoration to Min, to Horus praise, he with his arm upraised. Hail Min in his going forth, lofty of plumes, son of Osiris, born of Isis, great in the dual shrines, mighty in Ipu, O you of Gebju, Horus the strong-armed, lord of reverence, who brings pride to silence, sovereign of the gods, fragrant when he comes from Midjalan, O you of Otent, hail and praise. I tell you what, next year, the service will probably be on the 18th because it moves forward a day, but we'll make sure to have Min side by side with Seth. Because I think they would balance each other out rather well. But thank you for that. And so, of course, any other requests, and of course, prayers for well-being for everyone here and for all of our loved ones, because I know there are folks that, we have standing prayers every week for long life and health for, grandmothers and aunts, for friends, folks that we would like to see again. And actually, I do have something that I wrote earlier in the week. And this is another prayer to Ra. Hail to you, O Ra, in your life and your goodness, on your thrones and your daises. Bring to us life and prosperity, health and happiness, clothing and food, that we may partake of them. Like Jehuti, may we see you when you go forth in the sunbark, and shine upon the twin horizons. And in Okay, I've seen fortune cookie icons.
There will be no fortune cookies this week.
Prayer to Mama Sekhmet for us. Absolutely.
What do you think? Should we do one for everybody again?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we got a request for a prayer to Mama Sekhmet. So we will light her candle. Hail Sekhmet the Great, eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail Sekhmet, sovereign, mistress of light who moves in brightness. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of darkness, at whose setting the dusk comes. In peace, O Sekhmet, mistress of fear, whose seal brings death. Hail unto you, Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, who loves Ma'at, who detests suspect. Most holy of the gods, one seeks life in you. Okay, fortune cookie for everyone. Yeah, so don't let Derek cause you any wonder. We have plenty of fortune cookies right now. So. There we go. And this one for everyone. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And that is the message for everyone. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that.
Enough with the pessimism.
Yeah.
You can't learn from pessimism.
Don't try to fight fire with fire. Don't respond in kind. Because again, darkness cannot drive out the darkness. You must be different. You must be the light. Okay, and just bear with us if connection cuts in and out. I see our fortune cookies. Let's see. Starting with sarcastic.
No way.
Oh, and we got a request for fortune for the community solstice camp out coming up soon. Cool. Oh, okay. Mary Draw's going to visit the Rosicrucian Museum. And you know what? I've actually heard of that. And funny thing, there's a gal, a wife of a classmate of mine. So we didn't go to school together, but we're kind of connected through that. But she went to the Rosicrucian Museum, and apparently there was a sistrum there or something. And so she went and she looked it up and found my sistrum video.
Huh.
and messaged me, and I'm like, "Yep, that's me." Now that was actually before I did the new one, so that was my very first one. But it's kind of cool that somebody went to the Rosicrucian Museum and got inspired to look something up and found my videos. So, okay, starting with sarcastic, and then Serana and Kit. So. Okay. Sarcastic. Everyone agrees you are the best. So I guess if you've been feeling down, don't. Everyone agrees you are the best. You have people who love you. So, Serrano. Yeah, that one took no effort at all. Serrano, do not let great ambitions overshadow small success. Yeah, that sounds like a position that I've been in sometimes, where your eyes are on a big goal and you forget the little positive things that are coming up in the meantime. Just because you haven't gotten to the big picture yet doesn't mean you aren't making progress. So do not let great ambitions overshadow small success. Kit Fox, and then Blue Conlon, and then Devin for the community solstice campaign. Kit Fox, you got two. Of course, I know you're tuning in with spouse. This first one, everything must have a beginning. If you were thinking about something, it may be time to start it. Let's see what this second one says. Change your thoughts and you change the world. Wow. Okay, let me put these together for you, Kit. Everything must have a beginning. Change your thoughts and you change the world.
Wow.
You got some potential for some great positive here, but you got to go for it. Got to do it. Okay, that's what that is. So, Blue Conlon. Oh, wow, you also got two. Someone is very talkative tonight. There's a lot to say for everyone. So, Blue Conlon, here's your first one. Character development is the true aim of education. Now, there's a second one here. Even the longest of days will come to an end. So again, putting these two together, character development is the true aim of education. And even the longest of days will come to an end. Now, I guess maybe I'm thinking about this because of something that's going on. But when we think of education, the first thing we think of is like going to school. We have folks that tune in that are students. But if you also think about what we do as pagans, we tend to read a lot. And we're learning about different things. That too is education. So what is the aim of that education? Character development. We're trying to build ourselves. And in that process, remember that even the longest of days will come to an end. That can be something, positive, something that was going on for a long time that you felt like you were having to endure. That will come to an end. But also sometimes, thinking that, something good will last forever. All things change in time. So that can go either way. But that's what you got. So Blue Conlon, that was your 2 for this week.
Like saying the moon can't stay one phase.
Huh? That
It's
what?
like when you look at the moon, it doesn't
Stay in one phase. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Devin's for the solstice camp out, and then Sarah. Okay. Oh, neat. So they have an Akhenaten shrine at the Rosicrucian Museum. And it's funny. A lot of folks that are, especially as the pagan, kind of have, the misgivings about Akhenaten, but I guess having a strong solar streak in my own practice, I've at least have some interest and appreciations. I guess this was a particular point in Egyptian history, and that was Tutankhamun's father. So I would be interested to see that. If I get a chance to go out to San Jose, see that, I would definitely love to, and it'd be great for a video. But right now we're having to keep our travel to just neighboring states. But yeah, so Devin's cookout, then Sarah, and then we'll go to 9/11 and 9/11. So the solstice is nearly upon us. Okay. So Devin, for the solstice campout. Cleaning up the past will always clear up the future. I don't know, maybe there's some misunderstandings that need to be gotten over, or something. I don't know, but cleaning up the past will always clear up the future. And Sarah. And this fortune comes with wishes for speedy recovery for you and your boyfriend. Get over this COVID stuff. This is interesting. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Wonton or dumpling? And I know that's not the kind of place you're working as a server at, but it's. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Wonton or dumpling? I guess whatever it is what you make of it. Okay, yeah, and it's sitting there telling me the connection's unstable. So just bear with me. But okay, 9/11. So divination about my car. Um, oh, hi, Redcap. 3:30. Where you're at? Wow. Okay, Alejandro has to go ask for a cookie and a prayer for Dad's health. Yes, absolutely. Um, yeah. Mm. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 9/11, and then Alejandro, and hopefully we'll be able to he'll be able to tune in and get that one later. But so for 9/11's car, surely not a Porsche 9/11, but we can all hope, right? So do not follow where the path may lead. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. Yeah. It may be that they felt like this. So there's something more important to tell you about than your car, or don't get a Nissan Pathfinder. I don't. But do not go where the path may lead. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. And Alejandro. That's right. And we send prayers for his dad. If I remember correctly, his dad's dealing with cancer, and we want him to get better, be able to make a recovery. Whatever the case may be, we want life, prosperity, and health. And Alejandro, it says, do what is right, not what you should. Wow. That sounds like that's courage, because do what is right, not what you should. Sometimes doing what's right is painful. Doing what's right means you're going to have to buck the system. It's not what you should do, but it is the right thing to do. And you might be stuck in a tough situation, but your gods have your back. They're telling you to do what is right, not what's convenient. So. Okay, right, Captain. Have a divination in regards to the task Asa has sent me. Bring a spiritual inspiration. See her current advice. Of course, doesn't mind. Yeah. Oh, okay, Nissan Vera. Oh, wow. Yeah, and I have to say, as far as trying to avoid pork, that gets really difficult, especially in some cuisines, because Middle Eastern cultures, and the Egyptians generally avoided pork. What's interesting is I think that there were certain holidays where they did eat it, and it had a significance. Like for festivals, I think for like the Wag, or for another festival for Osiris, they were actually there was one night where they would kill a pig because that was, Osiris's enemy. And of course, in our culture, I think, oh, barbecue, hey, ribs, right? We could make this work. But it can get very difficult, especially like Cajun cuisine tends to use a lot of pork. So, around here that ends up, it's like, oh, well, it's very difficult to avoid. But, alrighty. So red cap, and then Faria. Hello, we will give 2 fortune as well. So red cap has a question for us, Seth, for some clarification on a task. And hopefully here it is. Okay, that's interesting. I have fortune cookie stuff spilling out of the bowl. But red cap. Every job is a self-portrait of the person who did it. Autograph your work with excellence. Every job is a self-portrait of the person who did it. Autograph your work with excellence. So, this project that you have in mind, it's going to be a reflection of yourself, that your own experience is going to inform what you work on. So, and also, something else, and then, again, this is what's coming to mind here. When you work on things, sometimes you'll have what feels like a fallow period. It's not. It's, what your own life experience, that you're building just by living and being and doing, will come back later and inform, your projects. The whole thing about every job is a self-portrait. Sometimes you have to gain a little more experience in order to add to that portrait. So, take your time. Don't rush anything. Don't do anything half-hearted. Autograph your work with excellence. So let me find that. There's a fortune cookie piece landed somewhere right here. There we go. Okay. Just trying to make sure I don't have random pieces of cookie. It's Faria. Faria. Courtesy begins in the home. So, don't, and Darren oftentimes would have something to have an observation about that. People who think that how you act in public and how you act in private, should be that people treat them as two different things. They're not. What you do at home is a reflection of what you're going to be, outside of that. Usually we talked about that in the context of when my brothers and I were little, and my brothers were like, you couldn't take them anywhere. But it's long conversations that we have. But courtesy begins in the home. And hopefully that will have some meaning that that we don't. But, it's never sure you said my name. Some of the race people don't eat them. They're smart, but nasty critters. Yeah. animals are really smarter than people realize, and so you kind of have to understand it. If you eat meat, it's like, they're not just, dumb critters. That we should appreciate, what they've given up for us to have. That's my thought on it. Yeah. If I end this, I'll help you find source or something. Here to drop the link for that. Okay, Fridays. Okay, more than picture. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Absolutely. And yeah, I guess I need to. I thought I had set up a support button on YouTube, but I'll have to go back and look into that again because like this channel, when they changed the monetization threshold, both of my channels ended up falling under that, because YouTube likes big people now. But I'll have to look and see where I can get that, support button. But if anybody's got any other questions, and you need the link for the Discord, oh, yeah, and I don't have that. I saw Oracle kind of peek in earlier. But hold on just a sec. Move. Okay. I do want to say one more prayer for everyone that is in kind of under this heat dome and that has been having to deal with the dust plume and stuff like that, because if you have asthma, and even allergies, I think because it affected Darren first, but even I feel like the last, for a little while I was having flare-ups that I normally get in the spring when the pollen is fresh. And I think it's all been because the weather's been so hot and stifling, and the dust, and it's probably like being in the desert. So I asked for a breath of fresh air, and cool breezes, which the gods have been asked for certainly many times, and may they bless us with that, and relief for those that suffer from asthma and other conditions like that. Send some of my rain over to y'all. We don't need any more of it, and I need to mow the lawn. Absolutely, we could just shuffle that around. Oh, neat! That is so cool, Adrina. And so you do like reenactment stuff. That's cool. That yeah. It's just that they wore a lot more stuff. That it makes me wonder how on earth is it that people in periods before the 20th century managed to wear the layers and things that they did, and not just like smother. Yeah. Well, Wolf, you're just a little bit further north of me, so the same dust cloud has been hitting both of us. And I tell you what, when the moon was full earlier in the week, the sky had this weird gray cast because of all the haze and the dust. But breathe more. Yeah, that's true, because they had well, I'm sure that they saved the wool for wintertime, but yeah, cotton and seersucker. That's true, but still, that's really cool. Well, if anybody's got any other requests or things like that, just mention it in the comments. And said I have been at work, been having to very carefully script the episode for this month. So we're going to finish up a book review and then move on to some other topics. And I'm going to try and save talking because some folks mentioned ancestor shrines and stuff like that. We'll talk about that for October because that's when everybody talks about ancestor festivals. So that's coming up. Yeah, we have to get to bed fairly early because we have to go traveling tomorrow. So I think Darren's already ready for bed. Hmm. Okay. Brush the cookie crumbs. Good. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanin in Unu, endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra in Yaket endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Set, O Mahas, Sekhmet. You have come in peace, O Yenetru. May you go forth in peace, Ra, Set, Mahas, Sekhmet. May you go forth in peace, O Yenetru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Oh, hey Dakota. Yeah, don't. Well, we're glad you're here, even at the very end. And of course, there was a little bit of connection issue, but you should be able to scroll back and catch us. Dakota? Did you want a fortune? Because we can still do that. And I see 9/11. One last request for a prayer to Imhotep for my tattoo to heal beautifully. And we'll also ask Sekhmet, because she also is, a patroness of healing and was regarded as the mother of Imhotep. So we asked them both to grant a swift healing for 9/11's tattoo, and may it come out nicely.
You want a little tip on that? Some triple antibiotic ointment?
Yeah, put antibiotic ointment on
3 times a day.
Okay. Yes, didn't Scott McNeil tell us that because of all the tattoos?
No, I had a college classmate who did.
Oh, okay. Although, yeah, there was a point where our voice actor friend Scott McNeil had practically a new tattoo every convention he went to. So, yeah, but to know how an Egyptian kilt is made.
It's made out of stuff.
Well, if you're thinking like the shindy kilt that kind of like folds up and over, um, there have been a few books that have had like patterns for that. I've never tried that one. I kind of stick with the basic. Okay, you take something, you fold it, like you wrap it around, sew it, and then put like a drawstring or something. Because that still works, still counts. Um, and you know what? Another thing I remember, actually, it was about 20 years ago by now, but I was trying to figure out because they show you the kilts that they had that had pleating kind of going, across, your thighs, and so I was trying to pleat the material and then have like an apron in the front. It didn't quite work out. So there's uh, kind of a trick to it, and that might be a great workshop topic kind of thing is reverse engineering how they did some of the things that you see in tomb art and statues and stuff like that. So food for thought, but things break over time. I'm still looking and thinking of last week's message. Okay, alrighty. Oh, really? Yeah, because the thing is that because I found and somebody had shared on the Facebook group, and I don't think I was able to bookmark the site, but yeah, there was some Swedish, I think, folks that had recreated some of Tutankhamun's clothes, and I mean, like they went and they used like they researched traditional dyes, and they had to get specific kinds of linen and things like that, but. What was amazing was some of the color that was actually in there. Because we're used to seeing like the black and white photographs from, that Harry Burton took when they were excavating, but then to see like and he had a fake leopard print stole. It was woven material that had, sequins and stuff on it, and then a real leopard print pelt. So, or not print, it was a real leopard hide. So we're not that unusual. People who accuse us of dressing in costume. Now, the ancient Egyptians had fake leopard print as well, and I think they suggested that one was made for him when he was still, a kid, and maybe a full-grown leopard hide would have been too big for him. So, um, that might have been for when he, not long after he was crowned and was having to officiate something that fit. But that's really cool. If you have that book. Tell us about it. Reading another book that goes over kilts and stuff. I want to hear that. Even if you, so faux leopard even back then, yeah. So Adrena, if you'll like put in the comments or something, because I would love to know that, and I will track that book down and like put it in my wish list because cool stuff like that tends to get kind of expensive, but it will be worth it. Yeah. All right. Well, just like on the farm. Awesome. Well, thank you guys, and we will see you again next week. And still working on stuff for this month. Between outtakes and stuff for Patreon, and of course the how-to episode. You can ask Darren. I've been racking my brain on that one, and I'll look into. Thanks for the reminder about the support button. I'll look into that as soon as we get off of here. Digital book in an online library, awesome. Yeah, and you know what? If you find the title and the author, I wonder if you could find it on Script, because that has been like my cool thing that I've found this year. But anyway. I know, folks, it's late for some folks, and I don't want to keep you all up, but we love you guys, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you, as always, for joining us. Alrighty, guys. We all be safe. Stay cool. And we will see you next week.